back to Conqueror's Haki Corner. It's your boy Sir.
Everyone want to beat me. Everyone want to beat me. It's cool.
We got Serge on the right here.
Yes, we do.
We got Grim to the left.
Yeah.
And we got myself here. A bit unwell. But
Rooks in the middle.
Rooks in the middle.
And we're here to bring you a chapter review of My Hero Academia 202.
Boku no Hikuna.
Third set.
But before we begin, we do want to give a huge thanks out to all the supporters out there as viewers. Thank you.
Thank you.
Arigato gozaimasu.
Everyone who's subscribed, it helps us out. So much
everyone
love.
Who shares.
Everyone who shares on Twitter, you can catch us at the Haki Corner. If you can share it, please do. But shall we, guys?
No, well, if you haven't already, smash the subscribe button. Smash it right now. If you like that chapter, hit the thumbs up. And tell us what you think. We want a discussion. We love talking to you guys. Please comment down below. But without further ado, let's just break down what happened in this chapter. Because although it was a subtle chapter, a lot went down. A lot of foreshadowing. A lot
of information that is going to play a big part to later down on the line in the next few chapters or even further. But things that we need to watch out for and things we need to understand and predict. So a lot of time for us to actually reflect on what we can think of that's going to happen.
So the first thing we noticed was, it was very clever the way he displayed what happened in terms of the last fight, the level of destruction caused by Class B.
Yeah.
I don't know what you think, but what did you think of Class B's destructive capacity when you look at the whole training area?
They've got a lot of power, but it's not very controlled.
Yeah.
So that means more casualties, I suppose.
Yeah.
And they're heroes, so they're gonna have to learn. And even the two teachers said, it's a bit out of, we got to take a break. You can't be like that. It's not just, when you're a hero, you have to take into account that you're not just going to go all out. There are civilians around.
Yeah, it's being controlled and being mindful that your surroundings are a big part of what you're doing. So if there is any damage to any particular buildings, keep it at a minimal and keep it out of reach for anyone to get harmed from. So.
And also, Fukudashi with her mushrooms, afterwards she was taking care of Tokoyami, i.e. you got sick, but that could have been her own teammates. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Could have been
civilians.
Yeah.
So a lot to learn. There'll be, and I believe all the students will take from
Definitely.
that lesson. So that was very interesting. A little bit of a clue as to what might happen. I really thought it was powerful, that little dialogue between Tokoyami and Todoroki, man.
Loved it.
I don't know what you felt about that.
Tokoyami went to Todoroki and he said, "We've got a lot riding on our shoulders. I trained under number 2, you trained under number 1. We've got to meet the expectations, and unfortunately, I'm sorry, the pressure's on you now because I've lost." Todoroki, his character develops very, very slower than a lot of others, but it's a lot deeper because of his history with his dad and his family, and he doesn't say a lot, but his flashbacks say a lot.
Yeah.
So for me, everything is about him taking a moment to see what his next steps are, because at that moment when he was reflecting on that, all he had to do was think back of when his dad was shouting at him, saying, "You're going to be better than me." My son, but the other son he mentioned, Toya, he said, he was nearly there, but you're even better. And this is a young Todoroki. This isn't an old Todoroki.
What's real crazy is, like I said, in a lot of anime, sometimes certain characters' development really gets stunted. And from the introduction of Todoroki, he was introduced as probably the most talented.
Yeah, I agree.
To an extent.
Yeah.
And, him, Bakugo, and then obviously Deku's inherited the one for all. But a lot of the time, he's kind of been left to the side. His ambition, with Bakugo has that drive.
Number 1.
Todoroki, he's just great, but there's not a lot of fire in his gun.
Yeah.
But in the last 10 or so chapters, including the fight with that Endeavor was involved in, there was a lot of focus on Todoroki and his emotions and what's pent up. And then now, Tokoyami saying that, for me, just suggests, and also specifically in his flashback, what his dad said. They said, I can only teach you this move.
Yeah.
So, what are we going to see in this fight? I don't know.
Yeah, for real.
A little bit of prediction, potentially a brand new move, just because of the whole build-up of the conversation. Yeah. And I'm hoping it's a move that just stuns everyone and puts everyone in their place of knowing that we're nowhere near ready this level. Because he's at every point whenever Todoroki's in some competition, what does he do? He does something so outrageous. I'm like, wow, what the hell's happened? How do we compete and bridge that gap? is so far apart.
Too much talent, man.
Too much.
After that, there was a lovely little, there's dialogue between Deku and the rest of the team. They're like, you've improved, you got smart.
Yeah.
Deku's given a good little narrative of like, it's not just everyone's quirks that have developed, but it's also their
Mental
battle
growth,
prowess,
yeah.
their mental thinking, and but then out of nowhere, Midoriya Shonen, All Might comes along, and there's a funny little dialogue and another clue for what might come. He talks to Deku, and the main part of what he said was, boy, like, you're going to be going up against Shinso in match 5, and there'll be something to do with the last vestiges of One for All. What does Shinso, with that potential fight, have to do with One for All? But we can fully expect to see something to do with it for those dreams he was having of the previous predecessors.
It could be when Shinso triggered the One for All, the first fight. Because remember when Deku originally fought him in the first fight, Deku had no chance of winning. His quirk saved him. His predecessor saved him. He didn't save himself. So is Shinso a trigger? Is he a catalyst for the predecessors to actually show themselves again?
Piece of the puzzle, as he said. Those were his words. But then the powerful thing is, I just love Bakugo. My favourite character, hands down. He just comes in and he just attacks him. He's like, guys, man, you asked me to keep this a secret, your little relationship, but you're being so obvious. Like, calm it. Do you understand? And then, Bakugo, there's just a fire in him, man. And there's a jealousy. There is a jealousy there.
But the funny thing is they told him the full truth as well. So, which is a development in the relationship between three of them together. Because now it's not just two people in it, it's all three of them are in it.
Yeah.
And everything that Deku and All Might will know, Kachan will always know now. And they will grow together, but at the same time, Kachan will always say to Deku, hurry up. If you're about your business, come and catch up to me. If you're really going to take this quirk and make it your own, show me. Don't be the weak person that I think you'll always be.
Indeed. So, we arrive at the climax of this chapter, which is the promotion of the super fight in match 3. We have Tetsu from Class B, whose ability is Steel Hardening, and his name is Real Steel.
Real Steel.
Then you have a contradiction. Juzo's ability is Softening. Yeah. How would that work together? Then we have Sen Kaibara. His ability, I did a little bit of research. We went onto MHA Wiki and all that stuff, and his ability is, all we know about his ability so far is it's called Gyrate, which by definition is to move rapidly in a spiral. So that's going to be interesting. And
I definitely heard about gyrates, but more from a different perspective. But please continue.
God.
Please continue.
Then we also have the beautiful, pretty little Pony Tonori. And if you remember her from the festival, she was the one that, she has a horn. Her ability is called Horn Cannon. And she has physical feats like a horse. She's fast. People were riding her back in the exam. And they're going up against Class 1A, 10-year leader, engine boost in his calf, super fast. Todoroki, half cold, half hot. Ojiro with his whiplash tail, and Meizo Shoji with the dupli arms. He can make arms. Yeah. So, considering all these abilities, this is going to get real interesting.
It's going to get real physical. Yeah. Because we've got a lot of physical fighters in one team.
Well, Tetsu has said he wants a head-on collision. He said our team doesn't have the abilities, the nuances to hunt, to track,
and to
maneuver. Technical. He goes, so he just disregarded his teachers. Let's obliterate everything, so we have to go head-on. And Todoroki read him, so Todoroki's like, we're not going to back down, let's go.
It's a proud moment for Class because again they're taking their stance. You got to remember that they're always thinking that they're about one step behind Class A. So for them it's like, we're going to show you we're not scared. We're taking you face to face. We're going to come straight at you and give us all you have.
Very, very scary. But I'm going to go with match 3. Has to be Class 1A. There's been too much pressure put on Todoroki.
So then Class 4.
Bakugo might lose. I retract my thing. Bakugo could lose.
No, but then now you say that Deku might lose.
I think Deku will lose. But he will gain something powerful.
But then Bakugo might win. So we'll have 2 wins and 1 loss. So we'll have a momentum of winning for Class 1A. And then when Deku comes into the stage, he puts himself in a position where he's about to win, but he's going to lose because he has to sacrifice certain things.
Well, I mean, this fight is going to be interesting because I just want to see how. First of all, I fully expect Tetsu and Juzo, because there's such a contrast. I think they've purposely put two people who have such contrast in abilities, and somehow they're going to do something clever with that.
Yeah, they'll definitely have some sort of teammate kind of correlation, and something definitely beautiful to be able to play that. So,
but Todoroki will come out with a special move.
Yeah.
110%. But we're going to see a physical clash of great physical abilities.
Brilliant.
But yeah, the reason why I say they have to win is considering Tokoyami, he said it, I let us down.
It's now on you.
It's on you. And I think the way Todoroki's been looking, he won't lose. I think he might go all out. Because generally you get the impression that Shoto Todoroki, he holds back.
And the funny thing is now, he knows
embracing his dad.
And he was behind on the license, and there's little edges of him trying to now, listen, don't get it wrong, I'm in the front run in my class. And I'm going to show everyone that I'm still here and I don't want to lose. So it'll be good.
But what do you guys think?
Let us know down in the comments below. If you haven't already, give a like if you like the video.
And if you like the chapter.
Exactly. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button if you haven't already. And I guess that's all for now.
I think that's all for MHA. We'll talk about MHA in 2 weeks' time. Unfortunately, it's not out next week.
Yep.
One Piece will be back out. Check out our One Piece videos if you follow One Piece. Also, check out, we will be discussing what we believe might be a super clash on the horizon in Attack on Titan. Woo! Eren Yeager versus Levi Ackerman.
Jeez.
But with that, it's just that time again. From Conqueror's Haki Corner, we're going to give a worldwide peace out.